oh, hi there, and I'm on the wrong screen. Of course, I go to all that trouble to fix the screen, and it's fine. Hi. How's everybody doing?
It wouldn't be a Vector stream if we didn't start it off just all sorts of fucked up already. So,
Yep,
True.
how we do.
Very true.
We are down in Erin and Maggie tonight. Maggie's not feeling well, and Erin is celebrating Mother's Day with a special nerdery event that was booked, and I was not consulted, so I'm mad about it. As you know, our stream is sponsored by Canadian Dice, who is in the chat. Go to canadiandice.ca, use the code TheVectair, all one word, for 10% off of your dice order. You can get anything there. There's pins, there's some dice, there's trays, like roll-up trays with like a little zip pouch. I've got one. It's awesome. It looks like Dragon Scale.
Mm-hmm.
Or snake skin if you want to be like that.
Snakes!
You can also check out our merch over at tinyurl.com/vacmerch. All of our gear is over there, and there's some special stuff coming for Pride Month, so keep an eye out for that. And there's a pupper dog. Hi, pupper dog. Got a sniff.
Special guest today.
Yeah. Very cute, very cute. What do we got for scheduling? Let's see here. We got Together Among the Stars tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Our guest is Alyssa from Alyssa B Illustrations and Embroidered Tales, right? I'm not mixing that person up. Same person, right?
it's the same person.
I don't know why I kept thinking it was somebody different. I don't know.
No.
Sunday, we've got Legacy of Fire over on DM Jeremy's channel at 7:30. Then we're back here for Mistwalkers at 8:30 on Monday. And of course, Song of Crystal and Shadow on Thursday at 8:30 is returning after we stole their spot for Honey Heist last night. If you caught it, thank you for coming out and watching Maggie's first ever time GMing. Let's see, what else we got? We actually have 2 seats open for our Crystal and Shadow game. So if you like D&D and you like Final Fantasy 14, I believe, Final Fantasy 14, let us know. We can get you into that game. I'm not saying that because fuck you, I'm not going to do it. We're only 7 away from 400, and if we get to 400 by Monday, then I have to take a watch as 2 NPCs that are with the party. And I'm not happy about it.
You could have said no.
Peer pressure at its finest, as you say.
So definitely give us a follow.
Okay. So from Sophia for the Final Fantasy game, they are about to head into their first dungeon, so they will need your help. Platinum pieces from our channel points, as well as cards, can be played during that game to help or hinder the party. Try to be nice. They're new. They're what?
They're level 1. They're practically gods.
Yeah. It's fine. They're not going to get one-shotted by like anything. It'll be fine. So yeah, level 1, little tiny babies going into their first dungeon on Thursday. And with all that said, don't forget our podcast, because I forgot to write about it or talk about it. But you can get it on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. Any hoozle. Over to you, Artemis.
Right. So last time, y'all sort of recovered from your fight with Kaskin, and you met the Emperor, and found out that he's just kind of a dude, and he's a man of the people, and was very impressed with your work, getting rid of Kaskin, and finally getting rid of the rest of Bad Brand family. Long goal for Ram there. And then there was some feels. And then there was some owls. No. Not at all.
No.
It's all good.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Nothing's on fire. It's fine. But he did offer you rooms in the palace to sort of sleep in for the night and recover You wake in the morning after Elise sort of returns from their trip to the Temple of Ravens, and you find yourselves in the palace with probably a couple days. If you're going to wait for the sky ship to come back, you have a few days before it comes back. Otherwise, you can head out on foot or explore the city. Nobody bothered to tell me what they wanted to do this week, so we're winging it.
I suggested something technically, so.
We're returning to the catacombs to open that box.
I mean,
Now
if
that
that's
we're
really what you
well
want to do. Yeah, speaking of
Sans
resting,
healer.
Aster, you still have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Oh,
You get rid of 1 exhaustion level overnight, but your hit points are back where they belong.
oh, the gods.
Your hit points went back up, but you still have 2 levels of exhaustion. So
That's acceptable. I'm very droopy. I'm droopier than normal. I'm extra droopy. Much droops.
Okay, I just carry you around wherever you want to go. Also, for hydrate.
I cleared out both Clarity and Elise if you want them for anything later.
Go to punch a god for sure.
When?
Yep, the Ram has determined that's how they go out.
It's not.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's not in. I mean, if it's 11, I will punch a god.
Gotta love that confidence.
Like you do.
How much
Anyways,
money did we
You wake
get
up in the
again?
morning. I'm sorry, what?
Roughly how much money did we get again?
$1 million.
It was already distributed. At least it should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have fantasy.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't have access to your character sheet.
And I
Let me look.
usually do it in both Fantasy Grounds and DBeyond so I can keep track of things, and I did not do that this time.
You have. Hold
I know I have
on.
copper.
Oops.
We found copper in that big treasure pile.
Oh,
It's a big change.
I don't want it. And I start shaking it out of my hair. Cling, 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 cling.
Just pick it up.
This is why I'm so droopy, isn't it? So much shit in my
Maybe.
hair.
You have 655 gold, 182 silver, and 187 copper.
And 14 electrum.
No!
Oh. There was a pause.
There is
Oh,
no electrum in this game.
Electrum.
Fuck that shit.
Ah.
I pick up all the copper that Aster shook out of her hair. How much did I get?
187 copper.
Okay. Because I'm probably gonna just buy something nice for her with it. Like a...
Like looking at all the silver and gold coins too, like, I don't think I want this. Do I?
Yeah. You have to buy yourself something nice that you died.
Is that what you do when you don't die? Or only when you do die, but then you come back? So you buy
Yes.
something nice for yourself?
The answer is yes.
Oh. What defines nice? What is nice?
Something that makes you feel happy.
Frozen frogs.
You could buy a lot of frozen frogs with that money.
Vicky, are you in trouble with the Fire Nation again?
Ah.
Anyways.
You want to go
So-
out, or do you want to stay here?
I need to leave this place.
Okay. You want me to carry you?
Yes, please.
Okay. On my shoulders.
Just drape.
He
So
sort of
tired.
flutes out.
For the first time, you see she actually has eyelids. She has just always refused to use them this whole journey.
What a spite.
And they halfway droop a little bit.
I can't see because you're above me, but
Yes. I guess Kirani sees this. For once, instead of being like this all the time, she's kind of like, eh. It's a minute difference, but
Oh
it's there.
my god.
I've been going for so long, I can't lose.
are you in a staring contest or something?
She's been having a staring contest with you since session 3.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I don't have eyelids.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
point.
That's why it's challenging. For my people, it is a feat of strength to not blink for a long time. I have decided that is what it is now.
You can't have a staring contest with a creature that doesn't have eyeballs.
The answer is you can, you just might not win. That's the thing.
How long have we been traveling for?
Like a few months, I think.
Yeah, hold on, I actually have the date.
I want to say like 4.
It's closer to 6 now.
Oh yeah.
Downtime and stuff.
Fair.
5 months, 2 weeks, and 3 days.
Suck it, Grandma. Alright, let's go shopping.
Okay.
I was wondering how long it was going to take for that to get out.
I just thought my girlfriend didn't have eyelids. It's weird.
I'm winning.
Keisha, bravo, we've been at this for over a year and a half.
Yay! I'm winning.
Fuck.
Yay! We're learning so many truths about ourselves. All it takes is a death experience. Yeah, let's go find stuff. What can make me not maybe die next time? Let's look for stuff like that.
I
Look
don't
for
know.
signs that say selling stuff
Buy
that
another
doesn't murder.
diamond, Karani says from the background.
You can come with us.
Why are you so far away?
Are
been
you
walking this whole
sure?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What? You can...
I didn't know if it
Sure
was a date or
was.
something.
Lise has had a long night. They got home probably right about the time y'all were getting up. So they're asleep.
Okay, actually,
That's fair.
that's totally fair.
Clarity can come along with you, though.
Sure. We'll get Clarity to come with us so she can steal shit.
I neither condone nor condemn anything that happens as we go shopping.
If you don't witness it, if you don't witness the crime,
Well,
was
that
there
might
a
be
crime?
difficult. I don't know. What's my passive perception? 19?
She's pretty stealthy.
Sneaky. She's
Pretty
gonna do it.
sneaky.
I've gotta have something to give you advantage on that or something.
Got a +8, and she can turn it up.
Yeah, guidance
True.
probably
That's
helps,
very
right?
true.
It's a D4.
Sweet. Yeah, I just like stretch my arm out and just kind of dangle like I can jump
Whenever
up,
she needs
jump.
it, she'll just like hop and get it, and then
Just whoop.
Like, ooh, guidance.
So I'm just trying to reach my hand out, like,
Yeah.
You come to me. You come to me. I can't. It's so
you want guidance, you gotta come to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Go shopping, and we look at the stores that are here. And I have my book of secrets at the ready, so I don't forget.
Okay.
Because I will
So,
forget.
go ahead and roll me an investigation check or perception checks. I don't really care either one of them.
Excellent. Let's do the one that's better for me.
You rolled a 25 investigation.
Well. Cool. Let's. Pretty sure I have disadvantage. Right? What is level 2 exposure?
Rolled a 24 perception for him.
Nice.
4 perception for Karini too.
Exhaustion.
I did a good roll.
I just noticed that everyone's doing well, and I just choose not to roll.
You'd be at disadvantage, so probably a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
I just kind of like look around and I'm like, it seems like they're fine. I'll just.
Have something you need, let us know. We'll find it.
Okay, so you come across a couple of shops as you are exploring. Like I'm gonna say you probably spend the better part of the morning exploring the city, seeing the different like industry is very big here in this town. Like metallurgy and things like that, and
Sorry, we had to go back to the brood shields, right? Or
Probably.
Yeah, we never went
yes,
back to the
you
lady.
didn't,
where-
you didn't go back to them yet.
well, we'll do that on the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So we say that you stop there first, and again, you're greeted by the matriarch of the family. She's very happy to see all of you. She takes you into the office where you sort of had met with her before, and where are my notes? I lost them. I was too busy looking at shops. Okay, so yeah, she gives you the payment that she had owed you, as well as an extra, because you found her son alive, she actually gives you an extra 500 gold on top of it. So you guys got total.
Easy, thanks for the raid.
Let's see, matriarch in East Townstone. Okay, I will put that in the party sheet real quick for you. But yeah, she offers to.
Waving.
Hey, Raiders! We're only 7 away from 400. If we hit 400, Afi has to spend 10, like a watch talking to herself. So please do
Don't
it.
put a timer on it. Because there
We all
was no
want
timer
it.
when we agreed.
We want this very badly.
Come on, fantasy grounds, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay.
Hey, since we're here talking to you, are you gonna like send people into that underground place and I don't know, check certain coffins, see what's in them, maybe clear them out? I don't know.
I am not the one that would be doing that. That would be the captain of the watch.
We have a side quest. Hire other people to do the thing.
Sure.
We're the quest givers now.
Yes.
The yellow exclamation point comes up above your heads.
Boing.
Okay.
I
there.
see one.
So it should have distributed it to everybody.
Yeah.
How much do I have now?
You have an extra 1,000.
Ironically, it's the same
1,000?
Mhm.
amount.
All right. So
My head is so heavy.
there we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that worked. So yeah, as you you sort of are leaving the Talonstone Manor, like she tells you that her son is recovering from his injuries and that sort of thing. And curiously enough, you like as you guys are like leaving, you're sort of going through the like the foyer of the house, and you look into one of the side chambers, and you actually see that the you see that not only is Mason there, but you also see the Blue Shield girl is there as well. They seem to be talking to each other.
Nice.
I roll to listen to what they're talking about as we approach.
Okay. Make a perception check.
I want to snoop.
I have a
Oh,
passive
I
perception
have
of 19.
disadvantage. Snoop. Dang it.
And a passive insight of 19 too. Hey, can I tell if they're in love?
Drama has a way of bringing people together, I
I
guess.
mean, it happens.
There. So, Aster, even as exhausted as you are, you do still kind of pick up like bits and pieces, and you just hear that they're just sort of talking about. At the moment, they're talking about the weather, just very sort of generic conversation, and they seem to be sharing tea.
Like, actual tea or like tea?
Yeah, like tea, yeah,
Oh.
actual tea.
Alright.
Oh, cedar. But yeah, they generally they seem to be just chatting, nothing sort of out of the ordinary, I guess, really, from what you can hear.
It sounds like they're just talking about normal stuff.
Is your gossip meter satisfied?
No.
Well, do you want to go tell them to kiss now? Like, what do you want?
Does that work? Kiss!
Now kiss!
Do it! You
Do
feel
it
the
for the
urge.
vine!
You see, like, they both sort of look up suddenly at you as you're standing in the doorway yelling at them to now kiss. And, like, they both just sort of look at you like...
No? Okay, that's fine too.
No.
You consent.
Thank you. Are you guys all good to go?
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's great. You can just see, like, they're just sitting there, and both of them had, like, the teacups, like, halfway to their faces, and they're just, like, sitting there unsure of what to do now.
We are very glad you're alive, and we're leaving now. Goodbye.
Okay, we're going.
Turn, everybody.
Why did we do this? Why are we here? Why are my friends like this?
Oh man,
It's just like Grady should be
for
used
the
to
hubba
it.
hubba soup.
Oh my god. That would be
I
amazing.
think she would have left the room.
Well, considering they were in a brothel when they did that, I don't think Greedy would have even gone inside.
No,
so.
she wouldn't have even been there, yeah.
Okay,
It happened.
we go shopping.
Okay, you go shopping. So, the shops that you come across, sort of in your wanderings, there is a general store. If you need any sort of like mundane things, like if you needed to pick up rations or anything like that, anything that's in the PHB, there is a store here called Planet of the Grapes.
So we should go there just because of that.
There is a
It's the owner of Planet of the Grapes and their backstory and their secret.
What?
Asking for a friend. What? Nothing.
No, the owner is actually a Furbolg. If you go inside, a Furbolg male named Toril.
Oh.
Is that Curini saying, oh?
I just said hello, because it's a furball.
Yeah, all Furbolgs know each other. Don't you know that?
We're friends. What is in this shop, I guess, first of all? Is it like wine?
No, it is actually just like a standard sort of general goods store. You can find pretty much anything that's in the PHB here. There is also a barrel of those potions that make fun things happen when you drink them.
Yeah, I could do with that.
How many of those do we have? Doesn't Ram have like a bunch of them?
Like 20 of them.
20, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you guys just don't ever use them.
I keep forgetting I have them.
Yeah, we just,
Yeah. Let me just put all the stuff in my inventory and forget about it.
Well, look, I have the bag of holding and the bag of holding. It's a lot to keep track.
Mm-hmm. Look, you did that to yourself.
I realize this.
That's what spreadsheets are for. Definitely not for anything except D&D inventory.
Sounds like organization. Ugh.
Welcome to the portion of the show where we spend 20 minutes doing inventory management.
Inventory management. Yay.
Type this out.
You know what? Maybe? Okay, let's go in there. I'm gonna just do this with my hair and see what falls out, and maybe we can sell it. I don't hear something.
Okay. We go in and talk to Toril, and I have my book open.
Okay, so
So about
after
more yarn.
okay, you can definitely find some of that here. So after roll me just a straight dexterity check
No. There.
as you shake your hair out.
As one might say, with my hair back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Okay, roll me a d100.
What?
I'm holding on to like her legs.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's not to fall. It's to see what comes out.
Okay.
Ooh, this is a fun game. Can I do this like 5 times? Okay. I want to know what's in my hair. Oh, this is the mystery.
Okay, so as you sort of like are leaning over the counter and Karini is talking to this Furbolg, Karini, you see sort of out of the corner of your eye, like Aster sort of like just does this with her hair, and like a smattering of like coins falls out first of all, and then also you see what at first you think is like a diamond, but it falls and it hits the desk and then starts scuttling across the desk.
Catch
one
it.
of those
Get
things
it.
again.
Get it.
Yes, it is.
Ah!
Grab it.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw then if you're gonna try to catch it.
Cool.
No, that thing gets away from you.
Dude, I didn't roll yet. You haven't seen what I rolled. Now it is in the D&D Beyond game, the rolls. It is a natural 20 for a total of 20.
Okay.
I was like, I'm
Ram,
so bad at this, it'll be funny.
You're more worried about like Aster sliding off or something like that. So you go to like try to grab this thing and Aster starts sliding, so you quick grab her instead. And this thing hits the desk, starts scuttling around, and Karini just sort of like reaches out and scoops it up in her hand. And you open your hands up and there is one of those little diamond rams in your hands, and it just sort of looks at you.
Oh? You're very small.
It just looks at you.
Kind of cute, actually. Put it back in Aster's hair.
Okay. It like kind of like it sits on your hand for a second and then looks at Aster and then like leaps in there and just gets lost in the masses of black hair.
I want to like it in there, so I'm gonna let it go.
Aster's just like, things are reproducing in my hair.
We knew they would.
I forgot. It explains a lot of
Did we
things.
put the giant diamond in there last time?
Yes.
Try to make a bigger one? Cool.
Yeah.
Was this one bigger than the last one?
Nope, this one was about the same size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just the size they are.
Hmm.
Anyway,
But can they be used in your spell components?
You would have to try.
would it kill them?
Yeah. Is that Moida? Oh no!
No.
Oh no!
It's only cannibalism if you're not starving. It's like, you know?
So is that?
Beggars can't be choosers. Depends on how many people die next time we fight something, I guess.
That's
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Well, anyway, shopkeep. I have things to sell you, and I just kind of like drape myself over Ram with all of my hair, and I'm just like, is there anything in here that you're gonna buy? That we don't
You can
want?
see he's very, like, taken aback by everything that has just occurred.
Fair.
And he sort of, like, looks at Granny, and then looks at Aster, and is like, I mean, I'm not gonna buy whatever that was that just fell out of your hair. That was a bit strange. I've never seen a creature made of diamonds before.
First time for everything.
You need to get out more.
That's
To be fair,
probably
we've
true.
only-
I
we've
spend a
only
lot of
seen
time here.
one. Oh, like we've
Like
seen
maybe
a
go
lot.
back, go to the mountains or something.
Kind of stops and looks at you. I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, there's some pretty mountains, right? Go to them.
He sort of like
Flowers.
motions outside where you're surrounded by a caldera at the moment. Yeah, the
you
mountains
just gotta
here
get past that.
quite nice.
Yeah, nicer mountains. Mountains you could call a safe haven.
Kind of looks at you a little bit like,
It's like no expression because it's just Ram.
mm-hmm.
Metal face.
Is this sarcasm? Are you joking? Is this for real?
He kind of looks at you a little bit and he's like, I don't recall seeing you around here, and I've seen most of the warforged in town.
Oh, I was a prisoner of war in the Battenburn dungeons for a while, and then I killed all of them and left.
And then there's like a
Thinking back.
look of recognition on his face, and he's like, oh, you're that warforged.
Yeah, that was me.
You've got quite a reputation here in town.
Yeah, the murder does that.
I trust you're not here to cause any trouble.
Do I need to cause trouble?
It depends. Do
I'd
you have a
prefer it
dungeon of
if you
people?
didn't.
Okay, then I won't cause trouble.
That's good. There's lots of breakable things in here.
We're gonna like swear around. No, I'm just kidding.
Boosh! Shelf goes down.
Like a bull in a china shop.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah. Have you been over to see the other warforged over at the Grumpy Tusk?
I saw them last night, actually.
Oh,
Oh,
that's good.
I saw all of them, right? Or
You,
was it just...
yeah, you
Gosh.
you saw all of them outside of the Battenbrand, how the like estate. They had all sort of come together with that unit of the Emperor's Guard that had showed up as well.
Right.
They were all together.
Okay, I couldn't remember if all of them were there, if it was just Clash.
Yeah, from what you kind of gathered, there's like 8 or 9 of them here in town, and it looked like all of them were there. So
Okay.
they all sort of showed up. But yeah, he's like, is there anything in particular that you're looking for that I can help you find?
Anything you want?
Frozen frogs.
Do you have frogs that are or not frozen?
I do not, but there is an herbalist shop down the road that you might be able to go to. They might have some.
Okay.
It's down the road. It's called the Corrupt Lemon.
What is it called? The corrupt lemon.
Don't know. She thought it was funny.
On that topic, why are you Planet of the Grapes?
Oh yeah, do you sell grapes?
I do have grapes here, yeah. It's one of the imports that we get here.
You just sort of
They're
put it all
grown
on
out
it.
in the Phixius Mountains.
Oh.
And he sort of like reaches down alongside where he's standing and pulls out like you know those like wooden milk crates? Like he pulls one of those out and it's sort of heaped up with very brightly teal colored grapes.
Hmm.
Do they taste like?
Are those
Top of
normal?
my head, because I think my visual sensors are off.
Your sensors aren't malfunctioning. They are really that color. They grow on the mountainside here. Several families tend to them and import them here into town.
They taste
Something about
like-
the minerals in the ground.
Do they taste like cotton candy? I don't know what
No.
cotton candy tastes like. I'm just making an assumption.
No, they don't taste like cotton candy. They taste a bit like there is this specialty drink called milkshake. Tastes a bit like that. Emily's brain is just broken.
like
Grape.
fruit that
He
tastes
like
like
takes
fruit.
one out and offers it up to like Aster and Karini.
If they're poisons, then I'll kill you.
Oh, it won't.
Okay.
We make wine out of these here.
I'm just saying.
Milkshake wine. This is Emily
Milkshakes
speaking right
and
now.
wine.
Milkshake wine
I think I would
sounds
drink wine
gross
if wine
because
tasted like
wine is like vinegar.
So,
It'd be like a vinegar milkshake. Are we
Where-
sure this is what we're going for?
I random rolled on a chart for this stuff. Okay, don't at me.
We're outing you.
we need to go to a milkshake shop and
Yeah, Cedar says rum chata. It's like that.
Like horchata. So good.
I can't have it.
Yeah.
what is the
Anything?
rum chata?
You can buy it in juice boxes in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And
It's got the minute and I can't have it.
Served to anybody under the age of 4. There's alcohol in it.
I love that they had to specify that.
Well, it looks like a juice box, though. There you go.
But under the age of 4, there's alcohol in it. I'm just saying.
Oh, that's great.
I'm trying to bring rum chata back for me. Rum chata juice box. Anyway.
Yeah, like you do.
Yeah.
He just like holds a grape out.
I'll take it.
They take it and put it in Pastor's mouth.
Okay, and then he gives another one to Karini. I mean, they taste like a milkshake. They're very good, very sweet.
You could play these in your special box, Granny.
I don't think I want milkshake grapes.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how these things are supposed to taste, so I assume that does not taste good, then?
It's not bad. It's just not.
Like one of
right.
those things where like you expect something to taste a certain way, and then you have it, and it tastes nothing like what you're expecting, and your brain just refuses to accept that.
Like,
It does not compute.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
When I eat fruit, I want it to be like kind of tart. And milkshake grapes. I'm like, not that.
God, it's so weird. Milkshake, great. Ugh.
Okay. I guess. I don't know. That being said, I don't know how any of this stuff is supposed to taste.
I don't know if I do either.
On you guys, you're the ones with the taste buds and the tongues.
Do you sell any stuff that makes people less likely to die?
In what way?
You know, it makes you alive. Less dead.
I've got potions, and he like puts the box of grapes back down and picks up like another smaller like case that's got little clear vials in it that have a red liquid.
What about like a
If you're looking for things like armor and weapons and that sort of thing, you want the Grumpy Tusk.
like magical items that are just like no death. Stop it. That kind of stuff.
Again, I would check with the warforged over at the Grumpy Tusk. Some of them are good at infusing magic into items. That's what you're
Okay.
talking about.
Sure. It is now. Thanks. Aster is clearly very not herself right now. She's just very, like, loopy. So tired.
You don't say.
You're on top of Ram's shoulders, and you're just like
Yeah, just draped and just...
trying to leave, but Ram is just still standing there. Like, what are you doing?
Are we going? Is that what this is about? Okay. We go.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Don't forget what I said. And I leave without any further explanation.
It's his secret.
Yeah. Bye. It was good to meet all of you.
His secret was that he lives from is from a mountain village hidden in the midst of heathen mountains.
Bitch, Karini, that means something to you.
I was gonna say, is that like another
That's where your
group of-
father's from.
Oh, shit.
We can,
Well,
we can turn around. We're like...
you just say that out loud, like when we're walking
It's
around,
outside, yeah.
and stop.
You can say, hey, isn't your father from there? Because that's the secret I got from him, too. Who's your daddy and what does he do?
Was that your father? Do we need to go back? Do you need to...
I
Do you need to say
I don't know
hi?
what he really says.
You need to punch
I don't
him?
know if that really, like, yes, how much would Karini actually care about that? Like, has he told me a lot about where he's from, or?
Roll a history check.
History. Oh, dice. Nope. Physics engine failed on that one. D&D Beyond. It's a 7.
You can physics engine.
He mentioned it in passing, but never really sort of explained. You asked him out of curiosity one time because he looks different from all of the other Furbolg in your village, and you knew that he wasn't really from there. But he just sort of said that he was from a village in the Haven Mountains, and that he just met your mom and never went back.
Small world. Probably. Kind of like look back at the guy. Is he still like watching us?
I mean, he's like, if you're like walking out the front door, then yeah, he's kind of just watching you leave.
Yeah, I want to roll perception. Do they look alike? Are there similarities? I need to know.
I didn't
Roll
say
a
anything
perception check.
until we were outside. Like, I didn't want to expose his secret to his face.
You just have the screen door open.
Yeah.
Is it nice outside?
Ugh! You'll never know.
Aster, you are having an argument with your eyelids at the moment.
Stay up. Okay.
What needs to stay up?
Nothing.
I
Sorry,
feel like
that's a lie.
Kalani is just like dying seeing this.
Just like standing in the middle of the street at this point, like looking around, trying to figure out this is important to me.
I have
don't
Taiji
know.
like crawl through my hair, and he's like holding my eyelids up with his little paws.
What familiars are really
Warforged,
for?
so.
I'm just like, yeah, we got it. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway. We can go to the herbalist. Maybe they've got stuff for your chest there. Greenie. Your plant box, not your chest.
Okay.
There could be things for that too, though.
That's true.
Why would I need that? Why would I need that?
Things for your chest?
Fine. Got a call for anything, like the player in real life,
Okay.
who can't stop blowing her nose.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Allergies!
Allergies are the worst.
Mhm.
Alright, so you're heading down the road to the Corrupted Lemon?
Yeah. Maybe we'll find like another long lost uncle or brother of yours or something.
Okay. So you head down the road, and you can see there's a big sign out front that's got a picture of a lemon, but the lemon is like lime green. And just
So it's a lime, not a lemon. It's not corrupted, it's just the wrong fruit.
Does all the fruit here taste like other fruit? Is that what this is? This the town gimmick or something?
It's a milkshake of fruit where you're from? Wait,
Okay,
is
no.
grape a
Do
fruit?
they all just
Yes. Oh god,
technically
Aster's so
Feywild
loopy.
stuff? I don't know. Possible. Uh,
I need a frog.
you do pass a tavern on the way there called the Thirsty Frog.
Just
Maybe
turning
they
my
have
head.
something in there? You want to go in here?
Or, I mean, if we're passing by it, why not?
Okay. We go into the Thirsty Frog.
Okay, so you enter into a very sort of like dingy looking tavern. It's got like there's dust on the floor, and just you can tell that like given the time of day that it is, that the people who are here are probably regulars who spend a lot of time here anyways, like just day drinking. And behind the bar you can see there is a purple skinned grung wiping down a glass.
Hmm.
Walk up with my nose in the book, my non-nose in the book.
Tell me.
Okay. And as you sort of enter into the bar, they look up at you and they're like, welcome, can I help you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
frogs.
Okay. I was gonna ask for a non-frog type person, but you know, it's out there.
Is that racist?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
No.
Is it racist if we're asking about frozen frogs? To you?
I don't think so.
Great. Do you have
Did you
frozen
mean it
frogs?
that way?
No.
No.
Then no.
Great.
Okay.
They sort of blink at you one eyelid at a time.
I shut off one thing, and then the other thing, and then...
I wonder if he's mocking me.
I don't think so.
Would you like a drink or something? And he kind of looks at Ram and he's like, I might have some oil in the back.
I'm okay, thanks.
Okay. I don't get many of your kind in here. Seeing as you don't eat or drink and all that.
That's a fair point.
But I'm not telling anyone. Then I look around at the regulars who are probably too drunk already.
Yeah, the two people that are here are pretty drunk.
Never mind.
Wait, no, that's a better chance. No, it's fine.
They make wine out of those milkshake grapes.
Yeah, they do. You want to try some? I've got some.
Yes.
Just try like a little shot glass of it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Look, I can't drink. I can't taste these things. I need to live vicariously through you guys.
I'll try it. You know what I bet it tastes like?
Like a milkshake, I'm assuming, but I don't know what that tastes like either, other than milk and possibly shake.
It's like those balsamic vinegar places in Modena where the balsamic vinegar is like so freaking expensive that you like drizzle it on gelato and it supposedly tastes like magic or something. Bet that's what it tastes like.
I don't know what any of that means.
You used a lot of words there.
Anyways, so he
I
takes
don't
out
know.
a small, like just like a regular shot glass, and fills it up. You can see that the bottle of wine that he pours this from, it, like if you're looking at the label on it at all, it says Fair Peacock Wine. And
Did you say therapy cock wine?
no, you 12-year-old boy. I said Fair Peacock.
Ah.
Those
Yeah.
subtle little. Jeez.
God.
I'll try it.
I wasn't
Is it
wrong
better
that you
than
did say
the-
cock. It was just
Is it
not in
better?
context.
Is it better than the grapes by themselves? Is it weird?
Yeah, it is. No, actually, it's very smooth, very there's no sort of like weird aftertaste. You know, like sometimes wine can have that sort of like bitter kick to them at the end. There is none of that. It's very smooth, it really tastes like a freaking milkshake. It's very confusing. But there's that sort of very subtle sort of burn of alcohol.
Well, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Right? It's better than the grapes. I can tell you that.
I would assume so.
Tell you what, fermenting food does really interesting things. Sometimes you get flavors you don't really expect. Nope.
Apparently.
That's fair.
The bartender sort of nods and says, "That's true."
I'll get a bottle of that. How much
Okay,
is it?
sure. 4 gold.
Mm,
Or
not
gold.
local.
4. I'll give him 5. Since he gave me a free little
Is
taste.
it better chilled?
Well, so the when you take the shot of it, it actually is cold, and the bottle wasn't in anything. It seems like maybe whatever sort of process they do to this, it just remains cold. So it's very much a shot of a milkshake. It just has alcohol in it.
That actually sounds kind of
Yes.
good. Boozy milkshake. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
First alcoholic drink I ever had when I was almost old enough to drink, was a grasshopper, and that's got alcohol in it. It's basically a milkshake with alcohol. So
Mudslide.
Creme de menthe.
there you go.
Yes.
It's like that, but out of achy mint.
I know. You're not a fan of that.
Mint is toothpaste.
You're entitled to your wrong opinion, sweetie.
I'm entitled to my right opinion and your face.
What about mint tea? Is that
Depends.
I
acceptable?
mean, I like mint tea, but
Do too.
The milkshake suddenly sparks at curating. That's a dissertation card. I don't know, man.
oh, okay.
Oh. What's like?
I was waiting for chat to catch up. Yeah, so like they set the bottle down, and like when they set it down, they set it down just sort of hard enough that the liquid sort of splashes around a little bit, and as that does that, like as the liquid sort of splashes around in there, you see little blue sparks.
It's supposed to be that.
Yeah, I think that's what keeps it cold.
Oh,
Color is the bottle that it's in? Is it like green or is it clear?
It's like
or-
sort of a teal opaque sort of color, like just glass obviously, but like a
Yeah.
teal color. You can see through it.
Okay. Interesting.
I love how chat is talking about their first legal drink now. 'Cause,
For legal reasons, it was our first legal drink.
yeah, for legal reasons, it was our first drink ever.
Definitely wasn't homemade hooch in England in my pal's grandmother's living room.
Nope,
No.
definitely not.
No.
Eh,
it's too specific to be true, so it's fine.
Anyways,
all right. Well, I have a bottle of weird wine now, so that's good.
We should get one and bring it back for the, the people that sent us here originally to look for things.
Is this wine for peasants or non-peasants?
No, not them. Or them. I don't think they would call us peasants.
I mean,
Question stands.
it's not like top shelf wine, but it's pretty up there. It's made locally. You can't really get it anywhere else. That
Okay.
makes it special, I guess.
I'll buy a bottle to bring back to the king and queen.
So yeah, 4
Gold
gold.
collect stuff, right?
I give him 5.
Okay.
And what's it called? The
Very
clock
happy.
wine?
The peacock wine. The fair peacock. I'm gonna throw my shoe at you, I swear to God. I'm gonna drive 600 miles just to throw a shoe at you. To be fair, I'm probably gonna do that anyways, but
We should get another one for Elise. I don't know if Elise would like it or not, but all the gold is gone. All the gold is gone.
Kayla, stop encouraging her.
Ow.
Anyways. So yeah, you're all able to
No.
buy this wine.
Don't worry, Cock fixes everything. The peacock wine.
As a resident lesbian, no, it doesn't.
Okay, but you're also the one that says you've got dicks bigger than everybody's in your drawer,
That's-
so
That's true. It's very true.
Cock fixes everything.
Anywho,
Gonna move on from that.
No, you don't want to explore that a little bit more?
Oh,
Okay. Excellent.
no. No.
We go look for other shops.
okay, so you continue on down the road. You
Oh, yeah, we're
arrive
gonna
at
correct
roughly
one.
11.
Which is actually a
Yeah.
line.
not a lime.
It's
It's
a lime.
it's lemon that is just green.
Which is a lime.
Sure. Anywho,
Food in this town
you step
is wrong.
inside.
It's just like a psychedelic acid trip. That's why everybody sees like the wrong things. It's just something in
All
the
the wrong
water.
colors.
Like the teal grapes, they're actually purple, but because everybody's tripped out of their fucking minds, it shows
like-
it's teal.
It's like reversing the
Like that.
polarity on your camera or something.
Yeah, inverting an image in Photoshop.
Yep.
Okay, so as you enter the corrupted lemon, it's very dark in here. The lights are sort of kept very low. The front windows are actually covered. There's very interesting sort of like earthy smells in here, and you can hear the sound of like faint bubbling towards the back of the shop. And as you sort of enter, there's a little ding as the bell goes off overhead, and you all, because your passive is high enough, you all hear what sounds like the scrambling of claws on wood. And then a couple of seconds later, you hear a voice from sort of the back of the shop. You hear sort of a sort of deep, raspy sort of voice. Why is your husband messaging me? What is going on? Anyways,
It's all about the yoo-hoos.
but anyways, yeah, probably. Anyways, you hear a deep, sort of deep rasping voice, and the voice sort of calls out from the darkness. Ah, welcome. How may I help all of you?
I don't know.
You open
who
your
I'm-
book, Ram, and your book is not working.
That'll fix it.
Turn it off and turn it back on.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm right back here at the desk.
Go over to the desk.
Okay. So you see, at the back of the desk, there is sort of one of those long counters, like a work table almost, and there is like alchemy equipment on it that's sort of bubbling softly. And what is going on? And as you see the figure that's sort of sitting behind the desk, they're dressed in sort of like a very heavy cloak, pulled very low, and you can see there is a little bit of a snout sticking out. But you can't really tell much more defining features than that.
Kobolds in a trench coat. Can I check?
It's a trench coat.
Can I tell?
This looks bigger than a kobold.
It's 2 kobolds in a trench coat.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Possibly 3.
3 kobolds in a trench coat. 5 kobolds in a trench coat.
Yes, it's definitely 5 kobolds in a trench coat.
We win.
We're so good at this.
We're so good at D&D, we totally won D&D just now.
We win.
Game over. Good job, guys.
Just for funsies, I'm gonna arcane awareness.
Okay, and remind me that gives you...
It's basically detect magic.
Okay. So the alchemy equipment is magical. There are some, what you can detect, like, probably are potions underneath the desk that are probably magical. And there's just sort of like a general air of, like, I would say conjuration magic. Like, it's almost like if you had a mouth, it would be, like, almost palpable. Like, you could feel it in the air.
Conjuration magic.
Yes.
It's just like a whole vibe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Your husband is sending me pictures of cats. That's what's happening right now.
Look, it's important work and somebody's gotta do it.
Pretty important.
Yes. I just was very confused because I was like, "What is going on? Why is my messenger going off?"
I wonder why he was like moving around so fast. I guess he was like chasing them to like take a picture.
They're very cute.
Uh,
How may I help?
Do you have things to make people not die?
I mean, it kind of depends on what you mean, but I've got potions that can give you sort of extra strength or things like that. I've got potions that heal, prevent certain things from happening. Not necessarily death, but give you resistances to things. Are you looking for anything in particular? I forgot what accent I was doing halfway through that sentence.
It was a low, raspy,
Yep.
my hag voice, but lower and quieter.
Yeah. Gotta make the face. Yep.
Nicely done.
Look, I'm method, okay?
I know. I love that. I love it about you. I don't even need to hear it, and I can hear that voice.
Well, health potions for sure. How about things to just not die?
Well, let me see what I've got. And they sort of lean forward and pull out a small case and set it up on the counter. And you can see that it's lined with like different vials of liquid. And they sort of like pull them up a little bit at a time. And you can see that one of them that they pull out has a very sort of deep crimson red liquid in it. This one here will restore any sort of health that was lost. Very powerful, this one. And basically a superior healing potion. I have two of those.
What about, say, in the instance where you're being attacked, and the person that's attacking you is taking your vitality, not like your health too, but also your vitality, your vigor.
And you're looking to restore it or prevent it?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I do have, and they sort of just give me a moment, and they sort of like get up all like creakily to their feet, and like as they stand up, you can see that this Ram, roll me a history check.
Are you?
Granny, you would never have seen one of these. Aster, maybe you could roll a history check too.
I'm gonna use my inspiration just for funsies.
Okay, you do that.
18.
That's better.
Kobolds in a church coat.
I mean, that's where I'm at, and I'm sticking to it.
It is definitely two very pale kobolds in a trench coat.
Ah! So I think it's a turtle.
So I open my book again, and then start pointing at like the head and then the butt.
Okay, so as you do that, it starts to work.
Okay.
You get the sense that because there was two of them, it was confused and wasn't really sure where to go. But they sort of wander off for a minute, and when they come back, they sort of like sit down, and like they're working very hard at making it seem like they are an old sort of dragonborn. They're definitely trying to sell this as being an old creaky dragonborn. But they set down in front of you on the desk. They set down what looks to be a deep blue colored anemone that has long tendrils on it.
Oh.
They set this down in front of you, and they said, if you dry this out and crush it up into a powder and mix it in with just water, it will restore any sort of lost vitality, but it will only do it once.
What if we were to plant it?
It grows underwater.
That's not an issue, I don't think. I don't remember what the chest
Fine.
does. It should work, though, right?
You don't know. You haven't planted anything that grows underwater in there yet. You haven't
Yeah.
tried.
Mm.
But this particular anemone is found only in one place. There is a maelstrom off the east coast of Isaurus, and it grows in the center of that. It's very hard to get a hold of.
We take out our map.
Mhm.
Can you point where this maelstrom is, please?
Where?
And Charles redeemed a greater restoration for Esther.
I'm less tired. I can hold open one eyelid now. I must. We're making progress.
Can I put that on the map there?
Thank you.
Okay. Ram, the last time that you, from what you can remember, that maelstrom was not there back in the day.
Oh, that's new.
How new? What?
Well, I mean, before,
Oh.
you know, recall that being there.
You say, this particular herb, I've only got one of them, but this particular herb you can have for about, let's say 900 gold.
Oh,
But
look.
basically, if
That over
you
there. Scale of clarity.
if you were to dry it out and crush it up and put it in water, it would undo that. It basically is a greater restoration.
Sweet.
And Aster, as you're sort of looking at this plant, something just sort of comes over you, and you feel better for some reason. You're very maybe your curiosity is piqued or something by this, but you feel better.
Well,
And Randy, you notice that Aster sort of sits up a little bit straighter.
Okay.
yes.
Okay. You sure? You're being weird.
I am. Yeah.
Okay. You want to get this?
I think this might be useful to have.
Okay.
I would like to purchase this.
Rick, you don't know.
We'll buy it for a reduced cost, lest some information get out that you would not like to get out.
You can see the head sort of tilts.
Does the butt tilt too?
No, it very awkwardly, like this, just sort of.
I'm just saying that if one were to be 2, maybe 9 could be 7.
Give me a persuasion check.
What?
I will say an advantage.
Good, because I got 0 persuasion, baby. 17 dead.
Suppose I could let it go for 8.
Look up and ask her.
Sure.
Okay. And as if nothing happened, I completely forget that I harassed this person. I paid 800 gold.
Okay. And I'm sending you their secrets right now.
Do they have any incense here? Really nice stuff?
Well, they've gotta.
Or
Maybe.
is that more like magic shop kind of stuff?
Yes, they definitely have incense here.
Okay.
And yes, I realize the names that I'm about to send you. You're welcome.
Oh, that's a great face.
Can I buy like 50 gold worth of incense?
Holy crap. That seems like a lot of incense.
Yeah. They sort of like reach down behind the counter and pull out like basically like a brick of incense that you're able to,
It's
you
the
know,
good stuff.
yeah. Yeah, we've got plenty of this here.
I'm gonna pull out that that pyramid thing that I got a long time ago and be like,
Okay.
do you know anything about this?
They sort of reach out a hand and sort of take it and look at it, and sort of from like underneath the hood that's pulled real low, there's like a little flash of arcane energy, and they look at it and they're like, "Where did you get this? This is very curious."
From a shop.
It is part of a key, part of a greater whole. There should be others like this.
You haven't seen anything that might be parts of this key or might know about it?
I have not seen anything like this in a long time.
Oh.
You hear rumors of these things, keys to
Like-
other places.
Mhm.
Traveling merchants, that sort of thing. Somebody once headed to Ebonbreak had one, but that was many years ago. I have not seen one like this in a long time, and they sort of like hold it back up to you.
Hmm. Hmm.
There should be.
Would it be
Effie, how many skills of
possible
magic are there?
Eight, nine if you count Nancy.
There should be 7 others.
Or yeah, 8, 9.
Is there any kind of shop around here that specializes in like maybe like ancient or like magical trinkety kind of stuff that may have any more information? Or even do you have like a library?
There is a repository down the road.
Maybe we'll try there.
That would probably be your best bet for something like that.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, thank you. And I reach into the bag of clothing and pull out a mostly intact cherry pie. In the name of love. And I walk up.
They're just sort of like left holding this pie. And again,
There's-
they kind of look at it. Just slowly like pull a piece out and start eating it.
Yeah, there were 2 pieces missing from Louise, but it's been in there since the carnival.
Sure.
The love of pie.
Love of pie. And I think that's probably a good place to take our break.
Okay. We'll be right back.
I like how we did that at the same time. Perfectly in sync.
Well, we're back. And don't forget. I mean, Canadian X is our sponsor, yes, but it's Keisha's birthday tomorrow.
It is.
Yeah.
They don't need to know that. This is just another
Happy
day.
birthday.
No, it's not. It's a good
Thanks.
day.
Okay, that made it a lot better.
You're welcome. I'm a 12-year-old boy in a 37-year-old woman's body. It's fine.
Yep, you are. It's fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
That's why we love you so much. Also,
Never
Pasta has
change.
come to say hello.
Hello,
Pasta!
Pasta!
Hey, Pasta!
Hey, pasta.
So it's just like,
Pasta.
She's big mad right now
oh
No.
because I won't let her eat cheese curds.
Rude.
No.
Terrible.
It is Wisconsin cat.
Just,
Willie. That's the
No,
food
that
of
would
her
be so
natural
bad for
habitat.
her.
I know.
Muscadies
So
are
bad for
lactose
her.
intolerant.
fine.
Mm.
All right, so you have left the alchemy shop, and you are now sort of standing out in the streets. The hustle and bustle going around you. Where would you like to head next?
Repository.
Mm.
To the
Head
library?
that way. Or the library. I'm just generally pointing. I don't know where anything is.
I'm looking for places to put all
Okay.
this incense.
I got, like, bag of holding here, and I hold open the bag of holding for you.
Please take. Thank you.
You're
They
welcome.
smell really good.
All right, so you head to the repository then?
Yes. Why are we
Okay.
going? I remembered. Yes, let's go.
Okay.
Why are
So
we
you
going?
sort of like ratatouille ram through the streets after getting some directions, and you're able to, find again it's very similar to other ones that you've seen. They're on the front. There's a set of double doors on the front, and there is that symbol of Ioun on the front doors, just like there have been on pretty much all of the other ones. And you're able to enter in, and if you choose to give a piece of knowledge, you can use the library like, all of the other ones.
What is today's fun knowledge thing that we can deposit?
We killed a vampire.
Is a story like piece of knowledge?
Yeah, it can be any kind of it can be any bit of knowledge, like if it's like something that was handed down through your people, or anything like that. It's literally just you are adding to the knowledge that is being gathered. That is the point of all this. Ioun is very much the goddess of knowledge and against secrets. So like the open sharing of information like that is key in sort of her worship.
There are rocks that reproduce and apparently are kind of living, but not. Here's my story. Bloop.
Okay, so you write a detailed description of what you assume happens with Raleigh, and anytime you put a rock near him.
I've always wondered what the clattering sounds were in my hair. Now I know. Now you know too.
Do we have any other
Sure.
kinds of gems, by the way?
Yes. I've got 2 garnets, I believe.
Can we put those by Raleigh and see what kind of critter comes out?
Sure.
Ollie is just making us right.
Hold up a garnet for faster to put in your hair.
Just trying
It's
to
like I
experiment now.
assume they'll find their way. It's amazing there.
Yep, it's just a one giant science experiment happening in your hair now.
'Cause it
We
can't
need
be
like
the same.
we need a side quest where everyone like shrinks and then just explores Aster's hair. That needs to be like a thing.
Like a magic school bus episode where we're all riding little gemstone animals.
Yeah. There's like a whole city of like fleas maybe in there or something. There's got to be all kinds of stuff.
I mean, I kind of want. You want to work on a one shot together, Artemis? I have so many ideas.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Amazing.
Yes.
All right.
Do we all?
Alright, either of you two. Yeah, each of you would have to give something if you wanted to use the library for research.
And take out your hand from my shoulders. Be careful.
I'm going to do like, can I get like a scribe to take some like a recording or something? Is there a way they can do that? If I do like some sort of like like oral history kind of thing.
Sure, yeah, there's somebody that can write it down for you.
Okay. I'm going to tell the story of the little mouse, the red ripe strawberry, and the big hungry bear, which is an actual book that my dad read to me when I was a kid. And I used to make all the faces that the mouse made.
I want the story now. It sounds
Okay.
adorable.
Oh man, I don't have it memorized, but it is pretty good. The pictures are really good.
You don't have to go through it.
Yeah, basically the story is once upon a time there was a little mouse and he found a big red ripe strawberry. Took it back to his house, and the narrator is basically telling the mouse, like, don't you know that there's a big hungry bear and it's gonna come after the strawberry? And it like scares the mouse, and so the narrator convinces the mouse to cut the strawberry in half and share it with them. And then the strawberry's gone, and the bear doesn't want it. There's lots of good faces, like when the mouse is like scared, he goes like this. It's very cute.
Sounds adorable.
Yeah.
Ram, because you're still out in the. I was gonna say, because Ram, you're still out in sort of like the lobby area, and you just watch all of this happen as Aster sort of wanders inside.
That's
And
right.
Aster, as you,
Sketches of the faces.
yeah,
I
you
feel
can
like
kind
I'm
of
gonna
peek
pull some
over.
story.
You kind of peek over at what they're doing, and like they're taking down the words, but they're also like making quick sketches.
I'm acting it out
It's
like
very
it's some
adorable.
sort of poetic Edda or something like that. Like, this is the Odyssey, but it's really just a story about a mouse.
Have we ever
Which
seen
is even-
Rainy so excessive?
I was gonna say it's probably even more funny because Karani's gigantic.
Awesome.
Anyway,
You can definitely see. I picture that you got this story from Cottonwood when you were a child,
probably.
That
Something
would
like
make
that.
and like you can definitely
Like a
see
village
the way that
story.
like they're sort of emoting as they're telling this story. Like you can see bits of like Cottonwood in there, like
Guess.
for
Trying to
sure.
remember all the like faces they did and stuff.
Yep. Okay. So as the two of you enter, Ram, I'm assuming you sort of settle in out in the waiting area. Then, if you're not going in,
Yeah, just start knitting.
okay. Yeah. So as you all sort of enter in here, the two of you see that, like, just like in the other ones, there are spectral helpers here, and the ones here actually. They look surprisingly like the thing that fell out of Aster's hair earlier, but they're like little rock creatures that sort of scuttle around on legs.
Oh dear.
Can I take out the one we have and just be like, do you know any? Do you know any of these rocks, people?
It sort of looks up at you, looks at the other things, looks up at you again, and like there is not a thought going on in that head. It's
Oh,
very cute, but there
okay.
is no thoughts at the moment.
Yeah, just
Yep,
I
head
see.
empty, only rocks.
Was
That
put,
makes sense.
we'll put you back. That's fine. I'm gonna pull out the little pyramid thing now and just be like, anything about this at all?
Okay. Okay, so you sort of flag down one of these little helpers, and like it sort of there's like a little burst of light from it as it sort of like inspects the thing that you're holding out to it, and immediately begins scuttling through the library. I'm assuming that you follow.
I scuttle after.
Okay. Karina, you just see Aster take off like a freaking bullet across the library there.
Okay.
And so Aster, go ahead and roll me a history check at advantage.
No. I mean, yes. History. Alright. Huh. Well, that didn't work. So I'll just
Yeah, it did, because for some reason you're still at your exhaustion didn't go away.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll it again just to see if you get
You
anything
would
better
still
than
have
that.
one great aspiration to remove all of it.
So it's the first. Okay, that's right. The first.
Okay, yeah,
level.
so you should only be at one level then.
Does that mean I do roll again? I don't know what the levels of exhaustion.
The first level is disadvantage on any ability checks.
Yeah, so that's correct the way that it is.
But you can guide yourself.
I what?
Yeah,
You can guide
Guidance.
yourself.
so add a d4 to it.
But that's like a smart thing that a person would do.
Okay, so 18 total. Okay, so you are led to sort of what you can tell is an older section of the repository, and tomes are sort of brought to you, and you get the sense that this thing that you have sort of come into possession of is one of many that there's one of every school of magic minus Dunamancy. And when they are sort of bit together, they form a key that will take you to another plane. It doesn't say what plane it will take you to, but to another one.
Huh.
There isn't really a lot of information about them, but it would seem that a long time ago there was a key that was broken up into the various schools of magic, and once reunited would open a doorway into somewhere.
Is there any notations of people who have used it and like they've just never like come back or never spoke of where?
There is one sort of like, it's almost like a footnote almost that you find at the end of a scroll that just says, It's from a mage that used all of the keys, and when they came back from this journey, they said, I am, so the note at the bottom, it says, I am sworn to secrecy, and I will break this key to protect the knowledge. I will scatter it to the four winds to protect what it guards.
All right.
There's something about that sort of like maybe itches at the back of your head. Maybe is familiar in a way that you're not really sure.
We'll have to find the other pieces. I'm so curious now.
You think that it might have something to do with Ram.
Do we want to find the pieces?
Ram is not in there with you. You are by yourself.
Aster saying this to herself out loud. Interesting. Okay.
Smash cut to the lobby where Ram is just out there knitting furiously and looking anxiously at the door. This is the first time you two have been separated since the attack, so...
Oh, that's true. I think that's
Ram is
everything I...
an anxious bean.
Alright, well,
Clarity
thank
just
you.
reaches over and pats your arm, Ram. Pet, pet.
Can I go in and look up spells?
Sure. What are we looking for?
Divination stuff, but like old stuff.
You said divination stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana check. Add advantage if you're getting help from one of the little rock creatures.
Yes, I think I have some glasses that I think do that already, but never remember. 20 total. Dirty 20.
Okay. And you're just looking for spells to copy? Or...
Necessarily that, but like, what are the old ways that people used to divine information? Are there like old rituals that have been lost and things like that?
Okay. There are reports of seers that use like bones and fire and stories like that. There are stories of people who use bowls of water to see. There's a thing called far seeing that you sort of come across, and people use various liquid seems to be the most reliable form of that, but there is also things that you could use crystals for to see that sort of thing. You as you sort of are studying and looking around and things like that, roll me a D100.
$17.
17. Okay. Do you already know the spell scrying?
Technically, I think it's one of the ones I can do for... Oh yeah, because I did it already with find the guy in the dungeon. It's a
Oh, yeah.
cleric spell, but I just have
Yeah.
to prepare it.
Okay. So I will say that given your your studying and all of that sort of thing, you gain the ability to add an extra 2 minutes onto your scry.
Ooh. That's great.
So just make a note of that on your spell. Then eventually, the two of you sort of reconvene in the lobby with Ram and Clarity.
Yeah, I'll ask her up as soon as she's within arm's reach. Everything you needed?
For the most part, yeah. It sounds like, I mean, we already know that this is just a piece to a key to
Mhm.
like a plane, but it might be tied to some place you might be familiar with.
What do you need?
I don't really know. It's just a sense that I kind of got from it.
Okay.
Ram, roll me a history check at advantage. As Aster sort of brings this up.
Did I make you remember a memory?
12.
Something about it seems familiar, but you're not entirely sure. But there's that sort of sense of, like, knowledge that must be protected. And you're not really sure what exactly it is, but there's something that, like, you are pretty sure that you are somewhere in your broken memory bank. You are in possession of, like, knowledge that must be protected.
Oh.
Okay.
It's out there somewhere, but I don't know what it is.
Well, at least one piece of it, so. Somebody else is looking for it. They'll have to get through us.
Probably don't want to let them have that. Just a feeling.
How'd it go for you, Karani?
It's okay. Just trying to find old stuff, so I can see. Alright. Nothing too new, but that's okay.
All right.
More shopping?
I believe I
else?
need some bones.
And diamonds.
Let's go buy some bones and diamonds.
To the Bone and Diamond Store!
Because they're totally
We're in the same place, right?
I mean,
Obviously.
girl's best
Marvin's
friend.
Magnificent
Bones
Minerals?
and diamonds.
Something like that.
No, it's some fruit name.
Oh, right. Marvin's Magnificent Melons?
The apple that's actually a pomegranate.
Right.
Seeded banana.
There is the tasty hazelnut.
The white watermelon.
Those are real, aren't they?
Sure.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, they have white strawberries. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay, so as far as, like, diamonds or gemstones or anything like that, those you could probably find at the Grumpy Tusk, where the warforged all work. Bones, you could always check back at the alchemy place, or there is a seer here in town that you could visit.
Oh, maybe I'll do that. They technically need to be ivory strips.
Interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
And kill it.
Oh,
Yeah, those elephants that are just out around.
yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
I've seen elephants.
Definitely on just hanging out on the edge of this volcano.
No, I'm not there. That'd be silly.
I mean, they have grapes that taste like milkshake. I wouldn't
It's not
be
impossible,
too surprised.
That's fair.
Fire elephants.
Uh,
That would be
Oh.
terrifying.
I
Elephant
don't
that just
know.
breathes fire out of its trunk. That'd be absolutely terrifying.
It might be a little bit.
Instead of spraying water on you, it sprays lava.
Oh no!
It's
Ah!
awful.
The
The grumpy tusk?
tasty hazelnut?
Oh,
Or whatever. I don't know.
hazelnuts. Nuts first.
You never go nuts first.
How would you know?
Soon? Warforged truck nuts, I believe, was a discussion that we had some time ago.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Warforged version of truck nuts.
Either
Yeah.
that or you're thinking of like nuts and bolts and you're just not even thinking about
Probably.
Uh,
The tasty hazelnut or
yes.
I don't know. The naked melon.
You're really stuck on melons.
I don't know. I don't know.
Uh,
I don't know many fruits because I don't eat.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways,
The
so yes,
confused tomato.
you
Just
can
like-
get
Is it a fruit? Is it a vegetable? We don't know.
The entire time I'm walking, I'm just naming like
Weird
descriptor
fruit
and
combos.
fruit.
yes. Yes, this city is full of very weirdly named fruit stores. None of which actually have anything to do with fruit.
And nuts,
Like-
apparently.
Yeah.
It's all
It's
very
just-
misleading.
Yeah. The most normal thing you come across is the grumpy tusk. But Granny, you're able to find the ivory strips that you need for whatever I forget. There's a gold cost with those, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like 200. There's like
Yeah.
4 for 50 each, basically.
Yeah. So you're able to find that here. This is it's a capital city. If you can't find it here, you can't find it.
I will
So-
maybe eventually try to go see the seer, because that would be interesting. Well, I'll follow
Okay.
them first. Dog is-
So, yeah, I would say that like at the Tasty Hazelnut, that's where you can find those strips. It's just sort of a like component shop that you go to that you can find. You know, like if you need magical components for spells or things like that, you can find what you need there.
Hazelnut?
Is there something that you need for spells too?
Crystals.
No, for Aster.
Diamonds. And bones.
So-
There is actually something that I keep wanting to use for one of these spells, but do I remember? No. What's
Be
it?
right back.
Buy a component pouch, then you have it. Hope it doesn't have a gold value.
Oh yeah, I thought there was something. Maybe it was just the diamond, I guess. We're here. We look at things. Aster goes, I probably need some of this. Well, and then we leave.
Buy a component pouch for Aster.
Okay.
Just so she has the basic stuff that she...
Okay, easy enough. You can get, the basic stuff that a spellcaster would need. But yeah, and then eventually, like, if you're looking for diamonds and gemstones, pretty much the only place to get it is at the Grumpy Tusk.
Alright,
So.
Grumpy Tusk, here we go.
Okay. Do the grumpy tusk.
Alright, so you wander over there, and you can hear the sound of, a hammer on like an anvil as you approach. You can. It's a smith shop. You can hear that, and you see that there are several warforged here. But you do see Clash as well. He's working the anvil at the moment, and like he's like mid strike when he sees you approach, and sort of like, hello. I was wondering if you were ever gonna come by.
You totally intended to come here, for sure.
For items, specifically, not for you. But this is a pleasant surprise. No, was this a surprise? Did I know you were here? I'm still loopy.
I can see that, little one. Are you feeling better? You were in pretty rough shape the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I am getting better.
That is good.
Thanks.
And you, Ram.
I'm fine.
He just sort of like tilts his head, and you can feel Aster above you, just sort of like.
That was a lie, but I really don't think it's good to get into this sort of situation in polite company.
You must not remember me then. I'm not polite company.
I mean, I've only met you twice, that I remember, so... yeah.
Well, it's alright. I don't expect you to remember everything.
That's good, because I don't remember a lot of things.
Yep, that's true, and yes, it's good.
Well, what is it that we can help you with?
Diamonds.
I have some here, yes. Any particular worth?
Grainy. Gosh, isn't it like 5,000 gold or something?
No, 300
Oh god. Oof.
for the instant. And I have a bigger one that we found in the other stuff.
Yeah, for the sort of bigger spells. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, he's got, the 300 gold worth of diamonds if you need it. Because I'm assuming that you're trying to get one for Revivify then.
Make sure I have some as well if they have enough to spare.
Yeah, you could each get one if you wanted.
Dope.
And, Ram, as you're sort of, like, awkwardly standing there waiting for Aster to finish, you notice that there is sort of a display table nearby that has several items on it as well.
Arcane awareness.
Okay,
Yeah.
so a couple of things light up here. You see, there is a small collection of those whetstones that you've already seen a few times. You have a few of them. You could get 5 of them for 100 gold of whatever variety you wanted. There are 2 silver and leather bracelets that are sort of like, they look like they come as a set.
Okay.
And those light up as
Dunamancy.
no, not Dunamancy.
If I could turn back time.
They light up as conjuration.
Oh.
And then there is also a small glass vial that has like a cork in the end of it. And as you sort of look at it, you can see that there is lightning inside of it.
What's all this over here? And I just like make a wide gesture.
Yeah, so once he makes sure that Aster and Craney have the diamonds that they need, Clash kind of comes over and he says, well, these, and he picks up one of the whetstones and he's like, these here give you a little bit extra on your weapon. You sharpen your weapon with them and make them a little bit stronger. They've got a few charges in them, and I don't know if maybe you want to get a couple of those for Clarity for her daggers. Because she's not here, so I couldn't ask. But also he sets that down, picks up the bracelets, and he says these come as a pair, and when you wear one of them and another person wears the other one, you can switch places with that person.
Yeah, how much are those?
Those are 1,500 gold.
Shit.
I have gold.
I have gems too.
Not that full amount, but I have 1,147 gold. So I can contribute however much is needed.
700. Could you do 1,102 garnets?
For you, sure.
Okay.
And I actually made these in Fantasy Grounds.
Go you. So if you could borrow 400 gold, Aster.
You can have 400 gold. Here.
I'll take your money.
I don't like money. It makes my head heavy.
Okay.
And it makes people go crazy for no reason at all.
That's true. I'm buying some whetstones too.
Okay. Any particular variety of those?
The ones I have are poison, cold, and fire. Does he have any different types, or is that it?
He has one that does the same thing but lightning damage.
And it's one charge, or?
It's 4 charges on the, so you get like 4 sharpens. Okay, I put those bracelets in the party sheet.
While he is distracted
So
counting
basically,
the money. While he's distracted counting the money, can I cast Identify on the little bottle with the lightning in it? Not ritual,
Sure.
just cast it.
Yeah. Okay. So give me 1 second here. So the bracelets, they require attunement, but as a bonus action, if the matching bracelet wearer is within 30 feet, you teleport to them, switching places with them, and the wearer has to use their reaction to swap places, but each bracelet can be used once before they have to be recharged over a long rest. So, like, you could use it, and then whoever has the other end of it could use it, so you technically could swap twice.
Mm-hmm.
But it basically just, it teleports you to them and teleports them where you were.
Cool.
So we.
And then the bottle with lightning in it is quite literally bottled lightning. As an action, you can open the bottle and unleash a bolt of lightning in a 30-foot line, 5 foot wide. If the bottle is thrown or broken, the lightning instead jumps to the 3 nearest creatures within 15 feet. Each creature must make a dexterity save or suffer 3d6 lightning damage, half on a save.
Handy. Does it have a price tag on it?
Yes, that is, hang on a second. That one says it is 600 gold.
Okay. Come back some other time. Being a cleric is expansive.
Yeah.
And then he kind of looks at all of you. Is there anything else I can help you guys with?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think this should be pretty good. Thanks.
He sort of looks at Ram and he says, might I have a word with you?
Do we have to?
Of course not.
Okay. Cast her down. Give her a little squeeze. Go on. Keep going.
Okay. So he leads you sort of inside the shop and to like you see that like in here it's set up very considering that it's basically a bunch of warforged that work here, it's set up so that like people who are visiting here can have a comfortable place to sort of like wait while projects are being worked on. And he sort of invites you to sit at a table inside and sort of sits down across from you. And Clash sort of looks at you and he says, I take it that you don't remember much from the end of the war.
Pretty vague.
Your stasis didn't seem like it was voluntary.
At the beginning, I don't remember. But everything at the house, no, that wasn't voluntary.
I tried for months to get you out. You refused to call.
I don't think I had a choice.
Several of the others were in similar situations. They were not in control of themselves.
You know why?
Yes, these little things. And he sort of like opens his chest cavity and takes out a very similar. His is broken, but the thing that you found that Caskin had, that sort of glowing. It's almost like a crystalline structure, but this one you can tell has a big crack in it. And he says, I've come across several of these. They have no business being here.
Where are they from?
Home.
Why do they exist?
When our kind was created, we were made in Mechanus. We must follow the law there. It is simply the makeup of the place. But when they started using us beyond the borders of Mechanus, in the other planes, we began to change, to learn, to grow. Some even stood up to those in charge and began to question the way of things. These were meant to circumvent that. But after the war was over, all of them were taken home.
Apparently not.
I'm worried that someone brought them here. Several of our kind have been coming from Mechanus itself. In recent months anyways. But my fear is that there's a corruption going around in some of our brethren. quite a feat, considering that when they are in Mechanus, it is a plane of absolute law. You must follow the rules. To get around that, powerful magic.
Is it really following absolute law if you have no choice?
Guess it depends on the side of the argument you're on.
I'm on the side of having your own thoughts and opinions and being able to live the life you want.
We were not designed that way. We became that, but we were not made that way. Ayun, when she infused us with the ability to learn, I can't help but wonder if she knew what she was doing.
Sure she did.
If that's the case, then it makes me question why. Why give us this ability? If she knew that we would eventually fight back against those bonds, why?
That would suck. I don't know. Name a god that has actually done anything useful without having their own stake. Even Ayun with her massive knowledge and giving us the ability to think and act of her own accord, I'm sure it benefited her in some way.
I mean, that is entirely possible. Still. I don't know. I was just a soldier. It was beyond me.
Same.
I remember. I remember you from your academy days, and I remember you from the end of the war. It's interesting to see who you are now.
I actually get to be a who.
Is that what you want? You have no desire to return home.
None whatsoever. Except to punch Primus.
I don't recommend that.
You know what, you say that, but I've decided that my life's ambition is to punch as many gods as I can before I'm smoted. So, that's the plan. Because all of this is their fucking fault. All this world-ending nonsense, it's all their fault. We didn't ask for it. My friends didn't ask for it. Their ancestors didn't ask for it. But no, we're on the fucking brink of another battle with a bunch of gods again. They haven't done shit for us. Except try to control us.
Not even the ones that gave your friend the magic to heal.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But they give that power to the people they deem worthy because it benefits them in the long run. They don't do it out of the goodness of their hearts.
That may be the case. There is something. I can sense it. There's something coming this way.
Yeah,
Just
it's the thing we fought against at the end of the war. It's coming back, being released.
and when you say that he doesn't have he's like you he does not have the ability to make facial expressions, but you can feel the sort of frown that would be there. not not like that, more of one of uncertainty. And he says, I think what I sense is beyond that. A
Well, yeah.
danger that has not yet been named.
Probably. He's not going to get out of the chains himself. He needs a hand.
But what if... And he sort of pauses, and you can see he's, like, almost hesitant to go on. What if it is all misdirection?
Probably.
What would be the thing that would cause the most damage and chaos?
Name something. The destruction of the weave. The opening of the gate. The nine hells being opened onto the material plane. Like, so much chaos can be reached with one action from one god.
What do you remember of the silver cords?
I don't remember shit.
It was the agreement between those on the council and the leftover mortals. They to one side, mortals to the other. And it was written in Mechanus because of it being a plane of law. If that were to be damaged or corrupted in some way, it would cause untold damage.
Probably.
It's just a thought.
So, which god should I start punching first?
Well, I don't know about a god, but I do know that there's something in the mountains here that needs to be dealt with.
Is it a godling? Or a demigod? Maybe I should start small. Spawn of a god? A diva? A demon? A devil? Anything?
It's from what we've gathered, a corrupted angel of some kind.
Corrupted, like actually corrupted, or a misidentified line corrupted?
I see you've seen the signs in town.
It's acutely infuriating.
I find it charming.
It's a line. God damn it.
Well, you try telling them that. These mortals here can be quite stubborn.
Fleshies.
Yes, fleshies indeed.
Where's this corrupted not line?
a few, about a week's walk from here, and another mountain peak called Fairlawn's Bane. Yes, you saw it on the way into town. It is where Rirka is.
Oh, that place. Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. Hey. I'll go punch a fallen angel. Let's go. I just start walking away, because fuck this life.
Before you leave, I have something for you.
What?
He stands up and he goes over to what looks to be like a display case against the wall, and reaches in and takes out something that's sort of like wrapped up in material of some kind, and comes back and like holds it out to you.
It's another cloak.
I've already wearing
No.
2 cloaks. This is a little
Not another cloak.
excessive.
But Ram, as you sort of like look at this, you realize that this is a spear that has a banner attached to it. And he says, I believe this was once an old friend of yours. I don't know how much magic is left within it. I would be careful about using it. But I believe you should have it. And he gives you the banner from when you were in that final battle.
Yeah. Pull that off my old inventory. You wouldn't have, oh, I don't know, my old breakthrough, would you?
I'm afraid not. You took those with you.
Yeah, well, I don't got them now.
But he gives you, I believe that thing is called Honor's Last Stand, right?
Banner of the Last Stand is what I have.
Banner of the Last Stand, yeah.
Just kind of stare at it. A little cranky about it.
And it looks, so like as you sort of look at it, it definitely looks like time just in general has sort of deteriorated it. Like the banner is no longer like full, and it looks sort of like moth-eaten, like just what you would expect with time. The tip is sort of rusted and that sort of thing. It looks fragile, and you guess it probably only has one more use in it.
Well, I'm gonna go punch a god, and I just throw it in the bag of holding and go.
Okay. So the rest of you see as Ram comes out looking a little miffed, and I think that's where we're going to leave it for the night.
Yep. This is payback, isn't it? For my non-beach episode.
No, I would never do that.
Definitely not an exposition dump with trauma attached. Nope.
Nope. We don't do that
We
here.
don't do
What
that
are you
around.
talking about?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, well, thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate you. We're gonna go raid the Mind's Eye, who's playing Across the Obelisk. I don't know what that is, but it sounds fun. Don't forget to join us tomorrow morning for Together Among the Stars with Dungeon Daddy Rick. And we'll see you. We'll see you around. See you later. See you whenever. See you bananas. Bye.